Hello everybody, it's Adrian here and welcome back to Factorio. We are back for another episode and today we are finally going to be doing some research. It's taken long enough. We need to do research stuff. Because even though technically it's still the first half an hour, well, ignore that. Researching is now a big thing. We need to research as much as we can. Is pretty much what I'm trying. What is the short of what I'm trying to say? So for now, we'll put it up. No, we'll put it near here, like right, just as a temporary location here. And I think automation is a bigger concern at the moment, and then logistics. So now we need to make considerable amount of science packs by hand. Yes, we're doing that whole unautomated thing again. Not good. But we want to soon move on to automating red science packs because it makes my life generally easier. And now I'm going to design this factory in a way I don't normally do. I'm actually going to produce a lot of stuff. Just, I want to have 4 science pack things going at once. 4 of them, which is probably plenty. So I've placed some science packs into this lab, and now they are being used to research automation, which is good, which is what we want. So we get something that makes this game really good. It makes the game good. It's very important to this game. There are a bunch of science packs. They start with red. I'll just call them by their color, red, and they go up to white. White. Yeah. So we have green, which we can actually create. Yeah. A bit more complicated, and it gets significantly more complicated for each step. Science Pack 3, it starts to get a bit harder. Military. I think these 3 are sort of the same. Or these 3 are sort of the same level. And this is... yeah, it's hard. We're going to build 2 labs just to increase our labbiness. So, automation has finished researching, and we get these new assembling machines, which basically do what my crafting bar does. But as a machine, it does it automatically. Now, at this stage, the first level of automation, which is what we just researched, can only do 2 items, and can only combine 2 items into a single item. Combine? That's not the best way to put it, but if you know what I mean, it can only craft items that require up to 2 ingredients. Exactly what it says. And it's quite slow. I made a second one of these as well, just to speed up a bit. There we go. That should be enough to finish logistics. And I also built a new steam engine, because I need to get more power. Because our power system is already approaching half capacity, and once we start automating things, oh boy. Okay, now, I've done a bit of crafting, and I've gotten most of the stuff that I'll need to actually build this factory. I've also researched logistics, but we're not going to get into that just now. We'll first build this factory. Now, we first need to have a location. Now, I sort of want this to go up if necessary, so this will be fine. So I want the factory to be here for now. So we'll begin by placing 2 of these. This is going to be... I forgot to build belts. Also, we got splitters. I forgot about splitters. We'll begin with this. It basically begins with 2 inputs. That's sort of how it begins. I also want this system to be expandable, which is important. So if we do it like so, and then like so, that's decent. I haven't done the mass on it, but this should probably work. And then we'll output it to a line back here. Yeah, there we go. So, it's going to be very simple. Iron is going to come through the top, and then be made into gears. Then these gears are gonna be put into the machines, and they are going to build basically everything. There we go. There we go, and then they're going to be made into research stuffs, like so. There's a way to make this a lot easier, but I forgot it. Okay. So copper comes down here. They get into science packs. Okay, there we go. This should work, and then this will be brought somewhere. Yeah, this is going to be a bit wonky, but that's fine. Wonkiness is fine. We want wonkiness. What Factorio factory doesn't have wonkiness? The answer is good factories. Okay, that'll be iron. This will be copper. Now this is a new thing, by the way. It is an underground belt. It basically can be used to go underneath other belts. So this is the basic design that we have, and it should be quite easy to expand. Like, I can expand downwards and I can expand sideways. So, and it's probably not that hard to just do some, like, just build a second one later on if it's ever a problem. So the final thing I need to do is connect it with power. Yes, it's the final step. And then up here. And then here. And it should start producing. And for the moment, screw it, I'll just make an iron chest. We'll put it in here. And now we're starting to produce stuff, which is good. How many gears do these need? 1 gear. And these produce gears relatively fast. Yeah, so, and it produces 2 of them. Wait, does it produce 2 of them? No, I don't think it does. Oh well. So we already have 5 things. This is our first factory now. Done. How much power? Yeah, we're using a lot more power now. And it's semi-working quite well. Actually, we could do with... What is this missing? Copper. More copper is now more of an issue. So copper production should be higher. And iron production should technically be higher as well. So what I'm going to do now is expand my mining operations in all parts of the place. I'm going to add... What's there? Power. Okay, expand this by 2. So we're producing a load more. And expand this by 3. Yeah, we're going to have to start soon looking for a new source of iron. I'll just build this here, just to separate it a bit. I don't have enough iron to finish this road. Road? Belt. Crying out loud, 1 belt. So this massively increases our production of iron. Hopefully, if this system can keep up with it, that is. And to make sure it is, I'm gonna make it bigger. I need 1 more of these. And I need iron. I need loads of iron. Iron is very important. And lamps, I guess. We'll do more lamps. Where should the research area be? Maybe down here. Yeah, I think down here. Switch everything off by accident. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So, now the plan is to have a system that shall work into the future. This system should hopefully be future-proof. And will be quite useful. For now we only need 1 rail, but we only need 1 belt for now, but in the future we will probably need multiple. Fast inserters, please. But this system is going to be quite big. This is where we're going to be producing our research, because obviously you produce research. No, this is where we're going to be, where our new research facility is going to be. So now we can just research anything with red potions. Like literally, just anything. Now this design will allow me to do future potions later on. I'm actually probably going to need to add another rail. I can add that on the tops and on the bottoms, because I want this to be a 2x2 thing. So yeah, I'm sort of designing it for the future, which is fine. How many science packs are there? Let's take the final research. 6. So 6 tracks. Tracks, yes. So this is how it'll look in the future. And then it'll curve around. Yeah, okay. There we go. So this is the current research facility. It's way overkill for this stage of the game. For what we're going to have. We're already producing way more than we really should at this stage of the game. Which is fine. So, at the moment, all of our systems are working as fast as they can. So, yeah, because our iron is ridiculous at the moment. This covers it perfectly, actually. I also built some more research labs, because of course I did. Because I want to research even faster. I want to research at warp speed. I want lots of research. Now, I think requires 3. So we need to get the next level of automation ready. Automation level 2. And for that we need electronics. And there we go. Okay. Oh, we don't need green potions. Well, that's what we're going to aim for, which will take some time. But that's okay. It's okay to take time. Also, we need to power this. There we go. Now, let us design the beginnings of this green packs. So, we need to get transport belts. They require gears and iron. So, we'll take the iron that comes up here and split it. This will be the splitting point. It splits off iron into multiple things. Okay, I want to split things into 3 lanes. One for this, one for steel, one for greens. So, this is what happens. Something like that. So this has 3 inputs. So these 3, so this half will then be split. And this will go like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take this half and also bring it round to a top smelting facility, which will produce steel. Quite a lot of steel. There we go. This will all produce steel. And this fits quite nicely because I can then also split this into a separate line here. So, since we have so many belts, I can just do it like this. Very inefficient, but that's fine. So this is the amount, and it'll take, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. So this is going to be our steel yard at this stage of the game. This is where we'll produce all our steel for the significant future. Way more than we currently need, and I need wood For crying out loud, this stupid game. Every time, wood. Every single time. It's crazy. Okay, so now this factory is producing steel, and a lot of steel. I've balanced it in such a way that, well, technically this would produce a decently reasonable split. It doesn't in this case, because I'm sending half of all the resources that do get through back into the system. I want to make sure the rest of it has a constant flow. Steel, especially in this early game, is not so important. That's why this chest also has a lot less. And I'm at you know what? I'm just going to do some expanding, actually, on the main furnace array. Just make it a bit bigger. Okay, so I have expanded it. The smelting area is now even bigger. It has way more capacity than it needs to be, but that's okay. Sometimes going to a ridiculous level is fine. Probably. It's probably a waste of resources, to tell you the truth, but that's okay. Who cares if it's a waste of resources? We have plenty of resources anyway. Probably. I'm also now lighting up this area to give it, to make it look a bit better. And there we go. I think that's enough for today. Next episode, I'm going to build my green factory, my green science pack factory, which will make it even better. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.